Nigerians cried out over the reckless budget of Kano State Governor, who budgeted 1.5 billion naira for a mass wedding of 1,500 couples in Kano State. Let's watch the video together.
Kano State spent over 1.5 billion naira to marry off over 1,500 couples. One of the couple now granted interview with us say he go vote for Tinubu in 2027 because Tinubu gave him wife. In 2026, mass wedding. Just imagine if this man has invested this 1.5 billion naira on infrastructure, economic infrastructure. So now, this 1,500 people, they find wife and husband. I hope they will feed them for 30 years. You see, I'm beginning to feel like this mass wedding, mostly in the north, is more like, I would say it's more like population, religion, and politics. Not that the government have the interests of the people at heart. So one of the Muslim cleric that preached, the same one that was saying that Christians should leave the country if they don't believe in the Islamization, in Nigeria is a Muslim country. Do you know what the statement he made? He said that this mass wedding is good, so that they will give birth to more Muslim and take over the country. And do you know what? The governor, two governors were there. The governor of Kano State and the governor of Kaduna were there, and they were laughing. I know a lot of people, some Muslims are saying, "Oh, we cannot justify justify one person making such statement to general. Should not generalize it. There is only one cleric, one person that makes such statements. We shouldn't generalize that all Muslim imams or cleric support the kind of statement he made." But for me, I'm not generalizing. The issue here is that governor were there. Governor of Kano and Kaduna State were there when he was making this divisive statement, tribal statement, preaching religious extremists. They were laughing. The video, this is the video. They were laughing. If they are not in support, they wouldn't have laughing. They wouldn't have that kind of statement wouldn't have cheered them up. So don't come and preach to me you are generalizing. No, it's not all about generalizing. It's about the agenda. For me, this is a misplaced priority from the governor. We are marrying off 1,500 people in this poverty, in this hardship, in this Tinubu government, Tinubu regime. How will they feed? Before you know it, they will start giving births. They automatically become a beggars on the road. Some will enter forest and join banditry. It doesn't make sense. I think at this point, mass wedding is not what Nigerians or the Northerners need. What they need is infrastructural development. Give them job, create jobs and employment for them. You go to all the streets, you see them. Beggars everywhere. Is that the future you want for your people? That you are marrying over 1,000 people off. If you even look at the people they are marrying off, these people now, can they feed them? So before now, they start giving birth, born children they cannot feed or take care of. And that's why many of them end up frustrated and join terrorism. You see, what talk, sure? 1.5 billion naira. Do you know what 1.5 billion naira would do for people of Kano State? Even if this 1.5 billion naira you give it to this 1,500, do you know how much this is enough to establish themselves and create a good business for them and take all of them out of the streets, begging on the streets? But no, your leaders, all they care is politics and power. I don't think the northern leaders actually meant well for their people. I doubt. Regardless, what did you have to say? Tell me your opinion in the comment section.
A 17-year-old girl just got married in a wedding paid for by the government in Nigeria. And people are asking, how is that even legal? She was part of Kano State's latest mass wedding where the government spent 1.5 billion naira, that's about $1.1 million, helping 1,500 couples get married. And Kano has been doing this since 2012. But here's where it gets complicated. Nigeria's Federal Child Rights Act says you must be 18 to to marry. Now, Kano's law generally considers anyone under 18 a child too, but when it comes to marriage, it uses puberty rather than a specific age. So a 17-year-old can fall into this strange gap between two standards, and there hasn't been a court ruling on this particular marriage deciding otherwise. But what do you think? Is 17 too young for marriage, and should taxpayers be paying for weddings like this?
This is my first marriage. Okay. And I'm not married widow. I'm married 17 years old. I'm very happy today.
Yanzu na da shekara 55. Matata ce ta rasu, shine kungiyar mu suka dace na ga ba zan iya ba. In ba tallafin gwamnati ba zan iya ba. To da yana daga cikin da aka bude ne dai na ba da sunana aka sana ciki.
Cikin alheri muka yi abin alhamdulillah. Ba kuma cewa aka yi ka aure wannan ba ne mai tafiya da shekara ɗaya mana neman ta Allah kuma ya kawo aka yi. Mun yi farin ciki mun yi murna wallahi.
Muna addu'a insha Allah Allah ya ba mu zaman lafiya shine a bada mun maraya sunan manzo Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yanzu dai ƙari ne na kuma jin daɗin ƙarin da nayi. Na jin daɗin sa wallahi. Yanzu to hadda ita da wallahi uku ne.
One after another, the couples arrived in pairs. The men and women dressed in matching white and touch of pepper red for the occasion, many of them visibly excited. For some, the ceremony represents the fulfillment of a long-awaited dream, getting married despite the financial challenges that often stand in the way. Governor Abba Yusuf says the mass wedding, popularly known in Hausa as Auren Gata, is part of a promise he made to the people of Kano during the campaign ahead of the 2023 elections.
Let me remind us that the Auren Gata program was one of the key promises that we made during our campaign across all the 44 local government areas of Kano State in the build-up to the 2023 general election.
The governor says compatibility tests were conducted before the couples were wedded in an effort to reduce the risk of transmitting certain hereditary conditions to their children.
All prospective couples underwent a comprehensive screening process. This included medical examinations to ascertain their health status, marriage counseling by qualified professionals, and participation in workshops and seminars designed by the Kano State Hizbah Board to prepare them for the responsibilities of married life.
Governor Yusuf urged the newlyweds to build their homes on the principles of Islam and mutual respect for one another.
Remember that marriage is an act of ibadah. Therefore, strive to conduct your matrimonial lives in accordance with the teachings of the Holy Quran. I urge you to be patient with one another, to uphold justice and fairness in your homes, to respect one another, and to live together in peace, harmony, and mutual understanding.
And as the couples begin their journey together, the Kano State government says it is not leaving them to face the economic realities of marriage alone. Each couple received basic household items and a token to support a small business, while the state government also paid a dowry of 100,000 naira on behalf of each bride. The total cost of the intervention is put at more than 1.5 billion naira, provided in the 2026 state's budget.
This is my first marriage. Okay. And I'm not married widow. I'm married 17 years old. I'm very happy today.
Yanzu na da shekara 55. Matata ce ta rasu, shine kungiyar mu suka dace na ga ba zan iya ba. In ba tallafin gwamnati ba zan iya ba. To da yana daga cikin da aka bude ne dai na ba da sunana aka sana ciki.
Cikin alheri muka yi abin alhamdulillah. Ba kuma cewa aka yi ka aure wannan ba ne mai tafiya da shekara ɗaya mana neman ta Allah kuma ya kawo aka yi. mun yi farin ciki mun yi murna wallahi.
Muna addu'a insha Allah Allah ya ba mu zaman lafiya shine a bada mun maraya sunan manzo Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yanzu dai ƙari ne na kuma jin ƙarin da nayi na jin dadin sa wallahi. Yanzu to hada ita da wallahi.
As a Nigeria who want the betterment of Nigeria, what did you think? Using those money to conduct mass wedding for people who barely feed themselves, or using the money to create more job employment so that jobless people can have job? What do you think? Please do not forget to like, share and subscribe, and do well to come back and watch more. Thank you for watching.